All right, everyone, now listen to what Texas Congressman Dan Crenshaw had to say about Mexico's president and the cartels. Roll it.
I mean, this president is out of control. You know, if you weren't sure if he was bought off by the cartels before, you can be pretty sure now. You know, because this was an unprovoked set of comments from him. You know, I never called him out by name. I never said anything about him in particular. Just said, look, we got to go after these cartels. They've been terrorizing Mexicans for 20 years. I mean, nobody even knows the real numbers, but it's tens of thousands of murders and disappearances of Mexican citizens every year from these cartels.
All right. Texas Congressman Wesley Hunt is with us this morning. Congressman, so what are we actually going to do about the cartels? We always hear, well, we should do this and we should do that. What will we actually do, Congressman?
Well, when 9/11 happened, I was actually at West Point, and there were thousands of Americans that risked their lives and gave their lives to defend this country against all enemies, both foreign and domestic, and to prevent a terrorist attack from ever happening in this country again. Well, now we have a new face of terror, and it is the Mexican cartel. They are buying fentanyl from China. They are ushering it in through our southern border, and they are killing Americans to the tunes of tens and hundreds of thousands. Over the course of the past 2 years, we've lost 150,000 Americans. That's 3 times the deaths that we saw during the Vietnam War. So, sir, we are already at war with the cartels, and it's all because of this administration that refuses to address our porous border. And that's one thing that Dan Crenshaw and I can absolutely agree upon, and that is he's clearly bought and paid for, because Americans are getting murdered every single day, and our border czar, Kamala Harris, won't even go to the border at all.
Okay, Congressman, what should we actually do about it? Not what should we do, what are we going to do about it? I agree with you. I don't think President Biden will do anything. But what about you Republicans? What are you actually going to do?
That is absolutely clear that he's going to do nothing about it. But in Congress, what we can do is implement the policies that President Trump had that we saw from 2016 through 2020. It's just that simple. If we start there and make sure that we build the wall, make sure that we increase border security, make sure that we implement some of the policies that we saw that worked, if we just lead with that for the next couple of years, get back the presidency, the House, and the Senate, then we can actually do something about it. That's what we can do from a legislative standpoint in Congress.
Last one. You were at West Point. You're a military guy. Should we use our military in Mexico against the cartels?
That's something that we absolutely should take a look at. There's some legislative things that we have to pass in order to get that done, but the idea of us drone striking these fentanyl plants in Mexico sounds like a pretty good idea to me. Americans are dying. It's the federal government's responsibility to keep our citizens safe, and we are failing them. If it takes military action, and if we do it the right way, legislatively, then sign me up. I'm ready for that.
Now, that's a clean-cut answer, Congressman, and we welcome that kind of thing on this program. Wesley Hunt, thank you very much for being here, sir. Much obliged to you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All
God
right,
bless you. Thank you.
And you too, sir. Thank you.